My job, my primary function, is to create a balance and avoid a war.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's kind of been. It's an interesting concept, but yeah, I always think. We talk a little bit. I don't know if there's backstory on this about him being incarcerated, and I don't know if it's always just been touched on. And we dig into it more this season because a guy from his past comes in and blah blah. So anyway, he's always in the 5% of good, but he had to be in the 5% of bad when he's incarcerated, and that's kind of him shedding skin. He's being on outside now and shedding all that. Just because you had to do bad things or evil things doesn't mean you are evil. You had to go in there and survive, and he's kind of pondering that and questioning that and trying to move through that internally throughout this season. And he's starting off also this season with the loss of his mother, the anchor for him through a lot of it. That's talked about throughout this season. It's an interesting theme. Yeah, as we lose Milo, which was a huge force, in the show, a new powerhouse steps in for him and creates a whole different dynamic. Can kind of start fresh, pragmatically tell him this is how it works in this town with Mike and this whole thing, and yeah, it's been pretty great. And then also another AB powerhouse that comes in from Mike's past that kind of stirs up a whole lot of things. And so with new drama and there's new baddies, so it forces Mike to probably be that much better or that much more evil. I don't know. But it's really, really exciting to watch, that's for sure. Yeah, it's like I think that's one of those things where they kind of you kind of just bottle that up, I shot mom, she died. It's like how do we kind of come on the grieving part of this thing. It's he's gonna have to grieve for that for a long time, and I think. I had to focus on so much going on in my character. I don't know how much they dealt with it in this season, but of course, you think that's going to have to live with you forever. This is a time for a little bit more growth in all the main players in the show. There's a lot more intimacy and shared safe landing spots, I call it, in the narrative of like chaos and death and rape and killing and all this stuff, explosions. Then there's these safe landing spots where what Mike and Iris talk about. What do when me and my brother talk about mom, or now his new baby, or all these beautiful new rebirth or births of after a death there is a birth, and so Iris kind of is familial in that process, in the beginning of this thing, and it's kind of great. It's a nice landing spot for her character.